On the 14th of September, 2007, 14-year-old Andrew Gosden, a gifted teenager from Doncaster, South Yorkshire, vanished under circumstances that remain baffling to this day. His disappearance is one of the United Kingdom's most perplexing unsolved cases, marked by a lack of clear motive, minimal clues, and a trail that went cold almost immediately. Andrew's story is not just a tragedy but a haunting enigma, as investigators, family, and amateur sleuths have grappled with the question, why did a quiet, intelligent boy leave his safe routine and vanish into the bustling heart of London? Andrew Gosden was, by all accounts, an ordinary teenager with an extraordinary mind. Described as shy but articulate, he excelled academically, particularly in mathematics, earning a place in a program for gifted students. He lived with his parents, Kevin and Glenys, and his older sister, Charlotte, in a close-knit family in Balby, a suburb of Doncaster. Andrew was not known to be rebellious. He had no history of running away, no apparent struggles with mental health, and no significant conflicts at home or school. His life seemed stable, predictable, and unremarkable until that fateful Friday morning. On the 14th of September, Andrew followed his usual routine, or so it seemed. He woke up, got ready for school, and left the house around 8:05 a.m. But instead of heading to Macaulay Catholic High School, he walked to a nearby park, changed out of his school uniform into casual clothes, and returned home after his family had left for the day. At home, he dropped off his uniform, grabbed his PSP gaming device, and took approximately £200 from his savings. He then walked to Doncaster railway station, purchased a one-way train ticket to London King's Cross, and boarded the 9:35 a.m. train. This decision, to skip school, travel 170 miles alone, and carry no phone or extra belongings, marked the beginning of a mystery that has endured for nearly 2 decades. Andrew arrived at London King's Cross station at 11:20 a.m., captured on CCTV footage as he exited the platform. The grainy image of a slight, bespectacled boy in a black t-shirt carrying a shoulder bag is the last confirmed sighting of him. From that moment, Andrew seemed to vanish into thin air. Despite London's extensive surveillance network, no further footage of him has ever been identified. He left no digital footprint, no phone calls, no emails, no social media activity, because he didn't own a mobile phone or have an email account. In 2007, this was less unusual than it would be today, but it severely limited the investigative tools available to police. What makes Andrew's case so strange is the absence of a clear purpose for his trip. He had no known connections in London, no friends or relatives there, and no history of spontaneous behavior. His family noted that he was a creature of habit, often preferring the comfort of home, where he enjoyed video games, music, and reading. Why would a cautious, introverted teenager travel to a city he rarely visited, with no apparent plan or means to return? South Yorkshire police launched an investigation soon after Andrew's disappearance was reported that evening, when his parents realized he hadn't returned home from school. Early efforts focused on tracing his movements in London, but the delay in accessing CCTV footage, some of which was overwritten after 28 days, hampered progress. Police interviewed train passengers, distributed missing persons posters, and appealed for witnesses, but no credible sightings emerged. The one-way ticket purchase raised concerns, as did Andrew's decision to leave his PSP charger behind, suggesting he either didn't plan to stay long or didn't expect to need it. Investigators explored numerous theories. Was Andrew lured to London by someone he met online? This seemed unlikely, as the family computer showed no suspicious activity, and Andrew had limited internet access. Did he run away to start a new life? His lack of preparation, no extra clothes, no phone, no charger, made this improbable. Was he meeting someone secretly? No evidence of a hidden relationship or communication surfaced. Could he have been a victim of an accident or crime? London's busy streets and underground system posed risks, but no trace of Andrew, alive or otherwise, was found. One intriguing detail emerged weeks later. A witness reported seeing a teenager resembling Andrew at a pizza shop in Oxford Street, London, on the day he disappeared. The sighting was never confirmed, but it fueled speculation that Andrew may have wandered the city for hours before vanishing. Another lead came in 2008, when a man claiming to be Andrew contacted a BBC helpline from a London phone booth, but the call ended abruptly, and the caller was never traced. The lack of concrete evidence has led to a proliferation of theories about Andrew's fate. Some believe he went to London to attend a concert, given his love for music. On the 14th of September, 2007, several bands, including Sixth, were performing in London, and the YouTube Fan Fest was held nearby. However, Andrew had no known tickets, and no one at these events recalled seeing him. Others suggest he may have been drawn to London's cultural landmarks, like museums or bookstores, but this doesn't explain his failure to return home. A darker theory posits that Andrew was groomed or abducted. In 2007, online grooming was less understood, and Andrew's intelligence and introversion may have made him vulnerable to manipulation. Yet, without evidence of online activity or suspicious contacts, this remains speculative. Some have wondered if Andrew took his own life, perhaps overwhelmed by pressures unknown to his family. However, no body was ever found, and his family insists he showed no signs of distress. The most frustrating aspect of the case is the possibility that Andrew is still alive, perhaps living off-grid or unaware of the search for him. Age-progressed images of Andrew, released by police in 2017 and 2023, depict him as a man in his late 20s or early 30s, a poignant reminder of the time elapsed. Yet, no confirmed sightings have emerged, and the trail remains cold. Andrew's disappearance devastated his family, who have tirelessly campaigned to keep his case in the public eye. Kevin and Glennis have worked with charities like Missing People, appeared in media interviews, and maintained hope that Andrew may still be found. They've also been candid about the emotional toll of their loss, describing the limbo of not knowing their son's fate. Charlotte, Andrew's sister, has spoken of the void left by her brother's absence, a quiet presence that lingers in their lives. The family has also faced the pain of false leads and internet speculation. In 2022, 2 men were arrested in connection with Andrew's case on suspicion of kidnapping and human trafficking, but they were later released without charge. Such developments, while offering brief glimmers of hope, ultimately deepen the family's anguish. A case that haunts. Andrew Gosden's disappearance is a case that resonates because it defies explanation. A bright, seemingly content teenager, with no apparent reason to leave his routine, walked into one of the world's busiest cities and vanished. The absence of digital clues, the lack of witnesses, and the one-way ticket create a puzzle with too few pieces. Was Andrew seeking adventure, fleeing something, or drawn into danger? The answer remains elusive. The case also underscores the limitations of investigative technology in 2007. Today's advanced facial recognition systems and real-time data tracking might have provided more leads, but at the time, police were constrained by overwritten CCTV and a lack of digital breadcrumbs. It's a reminder of how, even in an era of surveillance, someone can slip through the cracks. For those intrigued by Andrew's story, it's a call to remain vigilant. He would be 32 now in 2025, possibly living a life far removed from his past.